This week, lawsuits were filed in 2 different states against hotel chains, accusing the companies of profiting off of sex trafficking. Attorneys in Virginia and Washington state named chains including Wyndham Hotel and Resorts and Choice Hotels International. They say the hotels facilitated and made money from trafficking at their hotels. Lawsuits say that despite numerous red flags and signs of illegal activity, no one did anything to stop it. Joining me now is Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes. What sort of ground do these lawsuits hold?
They have extremely good footing. You got to think about it. This law was passed, this federal law, the TVPA, the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, passed in 2000, I should say, and they've made amendments over the years to try to figure out ways to tweak it. But this is it offers criminal and civil abilities for prosecution and civil penalties for individuals, companies that are participating in or assisting or turning a blind eye to human trafficking. So there are a number of ways you can go, and people are just trying to figure this out. As technology increases, you would think that it would be an easier way to do this, but now they're saying, listen, how can we make sure we hold other individuals accountable, specifically these businesses that are profiting from it?
Well, and human trafficking, of course, has been an issue for a long time, but a lot of people are focusing on that now. It's still uncharted territory, but where does the accountability stop?
I guess the question is, where does it start and where does it end? Because at some point, you can try to hold everyone accountable, right? There was a lawsuit a few months back with Uber, where the Uber drivers were taking individuals back and forth to the house, and they sued Uber, attempting to say that they were responsible and they were assisting and contributing to human trafficking. Well, now you have the exact same situation here with these hotels. They're all being sued, and now they're saying, well, listen, how do we know what the risk factors are? And part of that TVPA is ensuring that they do have their employees and their staff ready and knowledgeable about what some of the risk factors are. Are you seeing frequency of individuals coming in the room in the middle of the night? Are you seeing them, paying cash for multiple rooms? Are you seeing repeat customers at the same time? Are you seeing bruised on individuals? Well, all these things need to be trained to an individual that's working there. Now, my thought process is the person that's checking you in the middle of the night, most of the time is some college kid that's just trying to make sure they got food money to make it through the week. And so are we asking these hotels to do more than they're actually able to do? I understand the accountability part of it, but what I don't understand is, well, where are the resources coming from to support ensuring that that training is there? Because at some point, someone has to pay to make sure this kid or a group of individuals that are there at check-in know what to look for. Because, I mean, they're in the business of renting rooms. I look at it like this. It's not like they went to a garage, some mechanic shop, like, hey, can I rent one of your rooms in the back? They're going to a hotel. Hotels are in the business of renting rooms. And so from the very beginning, it's kind of hard to say, well, should I check this person? Mm-hmm. Are they human trafficking? I mean, it is a discrimination. Now am I discriminating against you because you got a lot of women with you? It opens a Pandora's box that could be a avalanche of legal problems.
Well, and another layer to that is in April, a lawsuit moved forward against Red Roof Inn, saying, of course, that these alleged traffickers used Wi-Fi to advertise a victim's service. So does that mean that maybe hotels could start monitoring their Wi-Fi activity?
I mean,
people's civil rights, of course.
If you're asking folks and you're bringing lawsuits because they connected to the Wi-Fi, well, once you check into the room, the Wi-Fi password's there. So now everyone's checking on and getting on their Wi-Fi because your internet service may not be the best in that hotel. So now you're on their Wi-Fi. Are they checking everyone's page? I mean, I got on Google, I got on Facebook, are they looking at now you're talking about a violation of privacy. And so the means, outweigh the benefit to doing this, the negative impact that it could have on potential lawful customers, people that aren't trafficking, will be an overstretch. And so I'm not sure if that was the intended consequence of something like this, for you to be monitoring. Like, how would you know once someone signed on and advertised just using your Wi-Fi? Now, if they listed the hotel, if they were like, you know what, here's a picture of the hotel, come through the front door, all right, maybe that's different. But just because you logged on to the Wi-Fi, I think that's a far stretch. Again, I understand and appreciate what folks are trying to do.
Right.
Stop human trafficking. But I don't know if that is the way to do it.
You don't really sign away your civil rights when you agree to check into a hotel and you want to just use the internet. So we'll see where this case goes. Khalif, thank you.
For sure.